Hey guys, Megadeth Jason here. Welcome to another edition of my Madden 2017 franchise. Hope all of your football teams that played today won. The Vikings were able to defeat the Carolina Panthers in convincing fashion, so I'm very happy with that. Go ahead and load up the franchise here and see what we play this week. Looks like this week we are playing the 6-2 Cincinnati Bengals. We were 6-2 as well, so this should be a very interesting game. Let's go ahead and let's get this game started. Well, in fact, actually, I'm going to make a quick depth chart change. You guys probably see that I always put Treadwell in as the third receiver anyway during the game, so I'm just going to do that now so I don't have to worry about it ever again. Alright, let's get this game started. I will give you all a recap at the end of the game.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. It would be no surprise if today's matchup turns into a grinded-out affair. The Vikings are #1 in defensive yards allowed, and they go up against the Bengals, who will need to be sharp on offense. With that, let's get out to our commentators, Brandon Gott and Charles Davis, with this Week 10 matchup.
EA Sports coverage takes us to one of the newest jewels on the NFL landscape, US Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Today we hit Week 10, and we've got a good one in store between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Minnesota Vikings. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you look at this Vikings ball club. They come in riding high, just one loss in their last 7 games.
It's a very focused team, very disciplined. They've kept the penalties to a minimum, and they're winning football games.
Meanwhile, for the Bengals here, they're in a real groove of late. Winners of 5 of their last 6 games.
And they looked awfully good last week and came away with a 2-touchdown victory. They did have a few reasons for concern defensively, but all in all, they'll take a repeat here if they could get it.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here come the Bengals now to take over. They'll be led out by the Red Rifle. From TCU, it's Andy Dalton.
This is a young man who has a lot of quiet confidence in his abilities. He won't shout it from the rooftops, but if you ever talk to him, you sense it, and you start to get it. In fact, I asked him about his mobility, and he said, well, I did run for over 1,500 yards in college. That was an easy answer from him.
Brought in here by Tyler Eifert. A big play there for Cincinnati. And even 40 yards.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. Wide open receiver complete. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Okay, when the big guy runs a corner route, you're asking a lot no matter who's covering him. Doesn't matter whether it's a linebacker or a defensive back. Yeah. He usually has the advantage because of his body type.
Dalton operating in the red zone now. And this is caught at the 8. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal. Well, they've been practicing goal line offense all week. Let's see if they're able to capitalize here.
There's nothing like getting out of the gate and finding your favorite target. Andy Dalton just did that with A.J. Green.
And some people call that a nice fantasy football connection as well.
Yeah, they're piling up the points that way, and they want to see that continue.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
And as we've seen throughout this season, it's no picnic trying to score touchdowns against this unit. They're ranked #1 against the run. But it's also difficult because it's not easy to throw the ball against them either.
Right side complete. That's Woods. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Robert Woods, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals take it right down and score on the opening drive.
Could not have scripted it any better. And many offenses do script their opening possession on offense. They followed that one perfectly. Took the ball right downfield and scored, giving energy not just to the offensive unit, but to their team overall.
Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. And here comes Diggs. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Now the first carry for Adrian Peterson. And he's brought down after a good gain. 23 yards on the play.
That run is what defenses don't like about dealing with Adrian Peterson. His ability to drop a shoulder and run through contact.
And he's amazing at keeping those strong legs going, isn't he?
For him, no run is ever truly over. I mean, he's actually not even convinced that when they blow the whistle, he's actually down. That's how he finishes runs in a big way.
Give him 22 on that one. And it'll be 1st down Vikings.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
First down, here's a run with Peterson. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Here's the offense, and when you talk about this offense, you certainly have to talk about all-day AP, Adrian Peterson.
Does not shy away from contact. Also has the speed to go the distance. It's the rare combination that you get from one of the great runners of all time in the NFL. 2,000 yards every year is the goal. I'd never bet against him.
Here's Prescott. Left side caught by Diggs. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Kenny Stills, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Oh, such great concentration. They're going right up against the side of the end zone, but able to get the feet in bounds.
There are so many things that go into that catch, and you just mentioned the concentration, being able to catch the football, get your feet down in bounds, hang on to it all the way through the process of the catch. That was a phenomenal play.
After review of the play, the replay on the field stands.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
On second down, Hill. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Dalton, 1st and 10. And he's got the hook up to Brandon LaFell. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
A first down throw coming for Dalton. And over the middle, it's LaFell. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll make this a second down. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Clock runs, less than a minute to go, and an entertaining first quarter of play. Following the penalty, it's Hill. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Quickly now a look at the defensive starters for Minnesota.
Eric Kendricks is another one of those bloodline guys in the NFL. His brother Michael also applies his trade as a linebacker. And Eric's trying to show him he's the best in the family.
Hill, the lone setback. It's 2nd down. Dalton looking. And he's just going to get rid of this. No one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he sensed being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And got a man. It's Woods. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Robert Woods with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Bengals are in for 6. That's a heck of a start to this one for him here in the first quarter.
2 receiving touchdowns, just getting the game underway essentially. I mean, there's a long way to go. If I'm on defense, I've got to figure out how to slow this guy down, because when one guy shreds your team, that's demoralizing. Make him spread it around at least. But right now he's showing no signs of slowing down.
Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And there's a flag on the field. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
And the dreaded face mask penalty, that's going to cost him 15 yards.
And it's such a dangerous play. Body going one way, and then your head gets yanked back the other. 15 yards is the right call.
Now it's AP, Adrian Peterson. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
At the end of one, it's a close game here early on. We're back to Minneapolis in just a moment. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Vikings holding the football. They've got it 2nd and 4 to start things out. Again, Peterson. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. It leaves them with 3rd and just a yard. Offense just a yard away from the line they need to gain. 3rd down.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they will just roam and hit. So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Now Prescott. It's complete to Laquan Treadwell. Touchdown, Vikings! Laquan Treadwell, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
They begin the drive with Hill. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Dalton throwing on 2nd down. And that's caught left side. It's Woods. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. And a nice pitch and catch to pick up the reception against man coverage.
Both of them read how much yardage they needed, figured what they had to do, and were able to beat the man coverage for the completion.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. First and 10 for Dalton. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. 1st down and 10 now for the offensive group.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch. We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. 1st level defensive line, 2nd level linebackers, 3rd level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a 1st level run, and it was stopped by a 2nd level play.
Dalton to Hill on the draw. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a 1st. This is 3rd down.
That was a tremendous play by the defensive line. We always talk about leverage versus any play. How about versus the draw? Underneath, they get into the backfield and make a big-time play.
And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. So now the Cincinnati native, also former Bearcat, and now a Bengal, Kevin Huber, to punt it away. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Man, confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
Holding offense.
Following the penalty, it's Peterson. That one good for 12 yards, and it'll make it second down.
Really tough drive, but that run helped salvage something there because now there's something positive that came out of it. They got to see good blocking, good push by the offensive line, wide receivers trying to get involved, a good run by the back, and now maybe it'll be a catalyst for them to look at going forward, watching it on tape. Maybe they can keep incorporating that type of a run into their offense.
They run again with Peterson, and he's brought down. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
I thought guys that were over 30 weren't supposed to run the football this well in the National Football League. How about that veteran leadership? A big-time run combined with some nice blocking by his offensive line, showing that the ins and outs of being...
And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now a play fake here on first down. He's got time in the pocket. He's got his man complete. And they get 28 yards on that one. And it'll be a Minnesota first down. We heard them talk before the game about utilizing the intermediate passing game this week. It works for them there. They move the chains.
And we saw them work on it in practice as well. And most teams take a period at a time to work on different things. They put a couple of periods of work into the intermediate passing game, and now we know exactly why. They got the look that they were seeking, and they were able to take advantage of it.
Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. They run the counter now. It's Peterson. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there as he'll be left with 3rd and 1.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And a gain there of 11 yards. And we're back. The offense had a chance to talk things over. We'll see what they come up with here on this next play. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. This will be caught at about the 3. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Adam Thielen, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are going to take the lead.
And that lead is now 7 with a chance to go to 8 or more if they want to get crazy here, which we don't expect. But I just know the way the game's being played with the analytics, there's going to be a lot more going for 2 in a lot of situations, isn't there?
Yeah, there's going to be. And I think their focus here, they don't want to give up anything going into the lockers on the other, and just a little bit of time left on the clock.
Yeah, they don't want to do anything to erase the good feeling they have right now by getting this late score in the half.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Getting set to go again, Andy Dalton marches back onto the field. He's doing his job, but the bottom line, they're losing. They've got a deficit to make up here, and he knows it.
And quarterbacks who last in this league learn that lesson really early. You may have had a great stat line and felt pretty good about how you played, but if your team didn't win, it almost doesn't matter. And right now, he's adopted that attitude. How do I get better? How does my team get better? How do we find a way to win the game?
Now he's hoping to lead his team to a successful drive.
Out routes are always timing routes. And if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he led him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds. Complete to the right side. It's Eifert. A big play there just before halftime. And even 40 yards. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. They send Green to the left on his own. Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. Now a right side completion here by LaFell. It'll go as a gain of 12. And the Bengals are going to have a 1st down. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. A 1st down throw coming for Dalton. Right side complete. That's Woods. And he's brought down. A good pickup there of 20 yards. They're going to hurry back to the line now. And again, Andy Dalton to throw. Got a man. It's LaFell for the Bengal touchdown. Brandon LaFell as the first half is winding down. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And a little time left on the clock, so on the other side, they're thinking, gosh, we'd like to get that lead right back.
Yeah, thanks for pointing that out. Here I am going ahead and tapping out the first half.
Well,
There's
looks
still
that way.
time. They've got to make a decision about what they want to do on the kickoff, whether they want to let their return guy touch it.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Peterson alone in the backfield. And they'll give it to him here. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Now Prescott. He's got his man in the crossing route. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. So the offensive unit called the TO, and now we are ready to resume play. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. They'll set up a throw toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. And hello, I guess Larry's halftime show was buttoned through, and we are moving on and ready to go for the 3rd quarter. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the 3rd. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game. We'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
They run. Peterson. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility? And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He had told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there, you know, kind of like put up in the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets them a new set of downs.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
No gain on the play there, 2nd down. But at least he was able to break that initial contact, or it could have been a loss.
Yeah, give credit to the defensive player, though. What did he do? Made him slow down, slow up his feet, and allowed the rest of the guys to get there to finish him off.
On 2nd down, Peterson. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Well, there they went blitz defensively, Charles, and things were paved well coming from the linebacker position.
I love the way that you described it, paved well. Oftentimes, the guy who gets home on the blitz, he's going to get all the credit. But his teammates did all the dirty work, right? They ran into people on purpose. They sometimes tugged on jerseys to hold linemen to create space and gaps. And that play finished off really, really well. Well conceived, well designed, and even better executed.
The Bengals bring pressure, and it's blocked. This will be picked up now. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
Partners, you well know every block punt wasn't necessarily a called block. Sometimes the guy just finds his way back there. Doesn't matter. The play happens, and that one turned into 6 points because they handled it so well after the block.
So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Adrian Peterson now getting ready to go again on offense. And we have seen a decline in the numbers. Where does the fault lie? Just him? Maybe the guys up front? Combination?
Well, as you and I both know, it's almost always a collective deal. But in this case, I think maybe the offensive line got a little overconfident. They had blocked so well in the first half, picked up on what the defense was doing. I think we've seen an adjustment now that they have not picked up on, and now they're being a little bit overwhelmed. We just saw what a lot of teams call a heavy set. 3 tight ends in the game. That signifies they want to run the football. Yeah, occasionally they'll play action and throw it, but most of the time, those guys on the field means strength, power, run the ball behind them. And now what a lot of teams are doing is they're taking an extra offensive tackle and putting him in a tight end number to give them even more blocking power. And we just saw it on that play.
Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
And complete. Right side, the tight end Rudolph. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves its sticks.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Back to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And defensively, it's a nickel formation here on 3rd down and 9. Here's Prescott. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. Touchdown, Vikings! Kyle Rudolph, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Hill, the lone setback. He'll get the football here. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
And frankly, Brandon, we're talking about things I'm not sure we ever thought we'd talk about in the NFL. And a lot of that is the speed at the linebacker position. A lot of these guys in college, they were safeties. They moved them up to outside linebacker to combat the spread offenses, and now we're seeing it in the NFL. Those same guys using their speed to make plays in the backfield, similar to that one.
So Dalton now. And his throw is incomplete. Robert Woods, former USC man, the intended target. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. So a 2nd down incompletion now brings up 3rd down. Third and long. What will Dalton dial up? A dump off now to Hill. And he's brought down after a good gain. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. Fresh set of downs here. So both teams trade touchdowns, and the 3rd as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at beautiful new U.S. Bank Stadium. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
To me, that's a superior play by the backer because he was allowed to, I think, run free on it and make that play. His defensive linemen, they cover things down for him because offensive guys, the linemen, what they're trying to do, as you know, is block the guy at the point of attack and then climb to the next level and get the linebacker. When you're not allowed to climb, you got a free hitter, and that's what we saw there. And a really nice play resulted for them.
Dalton throwing on 2nd down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And Dalton appears to be in a fair amount of pain here. He's still on the turf. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. So Dalton departs due to injury. And it's A.J. McCarron that's summoned from the bench to replace him. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Right side complete. That's Woods. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 7 yards on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Here's Kevin Huber now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This is taken around the 12. Spinning past him. Penalty marker is down here.
Illegal block in the bottom. Return team.
Peterson alone in the backfield. He's going to get the football. And some room to work. 30 yards on the pickup there. And that leads to a Minnesota first down.
It has to go to the guy carrying the ball. He broke the tackle and gained the yardage. But that doesn't necessarily mean that the defender is bad. They're not going to make 100% of the tackles all the time. Even the best in the game will miss one occasionally. The key is not to let it snowball and miss tackle after tackle. On that play, credit to the offense, but that doesn't make the defense bad.
They go play action here on first down. Incomplete. He was looking for his tight end there, Kyle Rudolph. And that'll make it 2nd and 10. And that was incomplete, but I don't know how much of that falls on the quarterback. He was pressured.
Brandon, the rush showed up so fast, the quarterback had no chance to get the ball downfield.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And complete, right side, the tight end Rudolph. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
Well, the advantage has certainly shifted to the defense as we began that 3rd down play, and they found a way to foil it and pick up a first down.
3rd time's a charm, right? 2 incompletions. Had to have it on 3rd, and they got it.
Yeah, they stuck with it, weren't daunted at all, and picked it up.
Over the middle, he's got Treadwell. 20 yards on the pickup there. And it'll give the Vikings a first down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
Brandon, we did watch him play well on tape last week, and it was a lot of fun to watch, and he put together some nice numbers.
Open man is Treadwell, and he's got it for the Minnesota touchdown. Laquan Treadwell with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Vikings are going to take the lead. And that was really just a great battle for that football on both sides. The result is a touchdown.
Ordinarily, I'd like to say it was a win-win, but it really wasn't because the defender, while he was there with excellent coverage, he didn't get the benefit, did he?
But he's not going to get chewed up in film session.
No, he was right there. They'll tell him, okay, of course you need to knock the ball away, but they won't be too upset with him. He did his job for the most part.
And so we have the touchdown. Now here's Blair Walsh to kick this one away. And on the return, here comes Adam Jones. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
McCarron. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Linval Joseph coming hard that time. He's able to run him down for a loss of 12.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense. They kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
To throw, McCarron. And there's a flag on the play. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And unable to connect on the long pass. It falls down incomplete.
Holding offense.
Here's Kevin Huber now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is brought in at the 21. A good return there, 17 yards. And we have reached the 2-minute warning. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. And he'll get this. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. So following the run, we'll see what they do here on 3rd down. Peterson alone in the backfield. On play action, they'll throw. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. 15 yards through the air and a 1st down.
Love the call by the offensive coordinator, recognizing the situation very well, calling for the play-action pass, and completing it.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there. And it'll be 2nd and 10.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit and it forced an incompletion.
And he comes back with one complete. And now the Bengals are going to call another timeout. That'll be their 2nd, so one more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
And he'll take this one down near the 15. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Let's see what the offense comes with here. 2nd and 8. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
And so we have the touchdown. Now here's Blair Walsh to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. And on 2nd and 10 now. They send Green to the left on his own.
Lucky 56! Lucky 56!
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Green's got it over the middle. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. And they're going to speed things up here. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Now a desperation throw, and that's caught inside the 30. A big 3rd down play there for the Bengals. 41 yards. And at 50 seconds left, he'll spike it to stop the clock. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. And the spike comes now with just under 40 ticks left. Will the defense dial up the pressure? Let's see. 3rd and 11. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. They got a man. It's Woods. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Bengal got going a little early there.
False start, offense.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. To throw McCarron. And he'll be out of bounds all the way down at the 6. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
And now the offense operates in the red zone. Two receivers left, one to the right. McCarron. That's caught at the 2. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Tyler Boyd Boyd, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bengals have got it back to a one-score game.
And there's the touchdown that they needed, so they'll celebrate. But the guys on the sidelines, they've got to stay focused. The onside kick team, they need them to get the ball back.
Yeah, part one of the equation done. Now they convert and get that onside kick. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. So with 14 seconds on the clock, they've got to go with the onside kick. And the Vikings hands team able to recover, and that should just about do it. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, these cornerbacks had their hands full all afternoon long, but they finally get a measure of revenge as he gets himself in a nice spot. He's able to get two hands on the football and pick it off.
False start, offense.
Three receivers to the left, one to the right.
Green 39.
He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And that will write a finish to this ball game. And, you know, every win is sweet, and I'm sure everybody enjoys a huge victory.
And there you have it, folks. Minnesota Vikings defeat the Cincinnati Bengals 42-35. What a shootout this game was. Leave the defenses at home. Let's go ahead and look at the stats real quick. Andy Dalton was hurt in the game, and A.J. McCarron replaced him. So we kind of got lucky there. Otherwise, it probably would have been even more of a shootout. Dak Prescott, a 141.4 QB rating, 21 of 28 for 375 yards, 75% completion percentage, 6 touchdowns, and 1 interception. The interception was in garbage time at the last second. Adrian Peterson continues his dominance, 18 carries for 131 yards, no touchdowns. Receiving, a lot of people catching some footballs today. Kyle Rudolph, 8 for 132 for a touchdown. Adam Thielen, 6 for 115 and 1 touchdown. Kenny Stills, 3 for 48 and 2 touchdowns. Laquan Treadwell, 3 for 68 and 2 touchdowns. Stephon Diggs, 1 reception for 12 yards. Let's go ahead and end this game here. Before we finish up, we'll take a look at the injury status on Stephon Diggs. He was hurt earlier in this game. We'll see how long he is out for. Diggs has been somewhat of a disappointment in my Madden franchise. He was hurt part of last season and now hurt again. So really, we haven't been able to capitalize on using Stephon's talents. So we've had Laquan Treadwell's really stepped up into that place. Bridgewater will be back in 3 weeks, as will Anthony Barr. It looks like Diggs is already back. He was just out for the remainder of the game. While I'm here as well, let's take a look at a couple of the awards and see what are leading. It looks like we are 7-2, tied with Green Bay at 6-2 into the division. We'll take a look, like I said, at a couple of the league awards here, where we're at so far in the season. Weekly awards. Bridgewater was able to win the Week 2 Player of the Week. Adrian Peterson won the Week 5 Player of the Week. Adrian Peterson won the Week 7 Player of the Week. The Week 9 Player of the Week was Dak Prescott. I would imagine Prescott is going to be there as well. Currently we have the number 9th offense in the NFL and the number 1 defense in the NFL. When we look at statistical leaders, Adrian Peterson leads the NFL in rushing. Prescott now has 13 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, 1,078 passing yards. We look at Peterson's stats. Peterson has 163 carries, 1,147 yards, and 7 touchdowns. He averages 127.4 yards per game. When we look at receiving, led by Kyle Rudolph, 857 yards and 6 touchdowns. Laquan Treadwell has 7 touchdowns. Kenny Stills has 6. Pruitt has 1. Diggs has 2. And Thaleen has 3. With Peterson leading the league in rushing yards, let's see how far he is ahead. As you can see, Peterson has 1,147 rushing yards. In second place is LaShawn McCoy. Peterson has a steady 461-yard lead over LaShawn McCoy. So go ahead in there, folks, and we will see you in the next game.